You guys, that's a very, very important. First, you guys learn the anonymous block. So what is the smallest anonymous block we can write it? Smallest. I don't want a lengthy one, just the smallest that I can execute. Forget about outcome. I don't care about the outcome, but I want to compile. I want to execute that. So tell me. Hmm.
Begin dbs underscore output
Begin, then dbms underscore
dbs underscore output
output dot put
put
underscore
underscore
line.
just
Okay.
hello world or something.
Then we'll write a small message, test message.
Then
Then we
end
go
the
with
block.
end, correct? Na? So this is the smallest, okay. Na? So instead of the DBMS, so DBMS is the database package, database management system package that will print messages in the buffer. Forget about files here that we'll discuss in the Oracle. So as of now, you guys got a chance to print messages in the buffer. Buffer means in the SQL developer, there is a bottom area. There we are going to print messages. But coming to Oracle applications, so we are going to print in the some file. So DBMS output, we won't use it. Instead of that, we'll use some other packages. Maybe we can call it as the API. That we'll discuss later. What is the API or maybe so whatever the packages given by the Oracle. Okay. So next year we want to use the DBMS output. So instead of the DBMS output, I want to put null. I don't want to use the DBMS. So can I execute this block or not? Hmm.
నువ్వైతేనే అడుగుదుగానే పొద్దు పొద్దునే వేస్ట్
Hello?
father
So can I execute this one or not? Will it work?
no sir.
Why? Forget about outcome. As I said okay, earlier. So forget about result or maybe the outcome. Just I want to compile. Will it work for me or not?
This is good work, but you
Yeah,
won't
it should work. Yeah, it should
There
work.
is no output.
Outcome. Okay, that's why I told. No? So forget about the outcome. So this command will execute for me. But finally, there is no any result out. Okay. So this is the smallest anonymous block. We can write it. Okay. Next. So maybe, okay, no? So the very, very important topic that's called as the exceptions. So when you write any statements inside of your PL SQL block, maybe there is no data, then Oracle will raise the or may the throw the exceptions like a no data found, too many rows, numerical value error, zero divide, when others. Suppose you're using the cursors. There are some exceptions related to the cursors, like a invalid cursor, a cursor already opened. Those type of exceptions we can handle particularly for the cursors only. So that's very, very important here. So two type of exceptions given by the Oracle. One is the predefined, like a no data found, too many rows, zero divide, when others. And also Oracle has given some user defined. So as a developer, I can define my own exceptions. I don't want to depend on the Oracle. So that is for my custom messages. It's not for the standard one here. So at that time we can go with the user defined exceptions. So there are two type of exceptions. One is the predefined. The third one is the user defined. And one more is there. That's called as the rise underscore application underscore. What is the purpose of the rise underscore application? Rise underscore application. No. Not to find the error number.
We can write our own exception.
Hmm. No. Suppose I'm giving small business requirement. I'm writing one program. So whenever the employee salary get more than 5,000, I don't want to insert that record. I want to stop that. I want to terminate my program. So how we can? Suppose you written one block here. In that block, you're getting some data from the third party or maybe the user is going to enter the data. Whenever you see more than 5,000, then immediately I don't want to insert the data. I want to terminate my program. I want to stop.
Need to use if clause.
If
If
then
if column greater than that condition we need to write, then
hmm,
raise application error. We need to give one number
yes.
between some range.
Okay, that's the purpose of the rise underscore application underscore error. So with this command, so the program will terminate. So no need to declare the exceptions. So automatically the Oracle has okay, na, taken care. So just you have to call the command. With that command, the program will not continue. The program will terminate. Okay, that is the main purpose of the rise application error. So now we came to know three type of exceptions. One is the predefined, like a no data found, too many rows, numerical value error, zero divide, when others. Then the second type is the predefined, sorry, user defined. Coming to user defined, I need to declare the exception, I need to raise the exception, and I need to handle. So I need to do the three operations: declaration, rising, and handle. So instead of doing the three operations, you guys can use the rise application errors. No need to declare, no need to rise. Simply you have to handle. That's it. Yeah, the program will terminate. So this is about okay, exceptions. Next, we'll go to very important functions. Right. Then procedure. So what is the main difference between the function and the procedure? Function and the procedure.
Function.
Function should return a value. Example, yeah. I developed one functions. That function will take input as the employee number, then it will return the employee name. Just assumptions. This is my requirement. Regarding this, I developed one function. So I want to call that function. Then simply can call select. Example, my function name is xx get underscore e name underscore f here. This is my function name. I will pass some in parameter as the king. So what this will do from doer? What this will do? So this function will execute. It will take input as the employee name. So it will do some operations. That means the function will execute. Then it will return the. I'm sorry. I'm passing the employee number. Maybe we'll pass the 7788. Remove the single quote. Yeah. Only for string or character will pass the single quote. For number data type, don't pass that. Okay. Na? Yeah. That's why I'm coming. I will next my doubt is that one. So if I use the dual table, so for the 7788, you will get the output. Okay. Now, okay, now you guys asked one question. Now I'm going with that. Select xx get underscore e name underscore for function. Then I'm passing the EMP number from EMP. So now tell me, what is the difference between this dual table and employee table? Okay, let it be. Okay, wait for some time. I'm going to give one more command. Select sysdate from dual. What the sysdate? Is it a function or procedure? Sysdate.
Function.
It's a function. Okay, na? Dual is the working table. The dual has the only one record. What is the record? What is the value in the dual table? The column is the dummy. The value is the x. Is that right? Dual is the working table that has the only one row, one column. The column name is the dummy. The value is the X. Okay, forget about that here. Only one record. Keep in your mind here. The dual table has only one record. Then I'm executing this. So how many records I will get it? In this statement, how many records I will get it?
Only one.
Only one record. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to same statement, select sysdate from EMP. In the employee table, there are 14 records. Just assumptions. There are 14 records in the database. Now I want to execute this statement. How many rows it will return?
14 rows.
14 rows. Same output. Sysdate. Whatever the format. That's a DD, whatever it may be. Forget about that. Yeah. So finally, you will get the 14 records with the same result. You won't see difference. Now tell me, if I'm executing this, what is the outcome? For the 7788, you will get the corresponding employee name. Now I'm okay now. I don't want to hard code that. Here I hard coded. I'm passing the 7788. Now I want to see generic. So now what is the expected result?
Employee numbers of all the records.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Na? So I kept in the loop. Select from EMP. That means 14 records, it will keep in the loop. For each record, I am passing the employee name dynamically. I didn't hard code value. I didn't hard code to 7788. Sorry. Yes. With the one executions, I will get the data for all. So this called as the okay na, way of okay na, calling the function. So function is a more flexibility. So that's why here most of the times to return the values or maybe for calculations, we'll use the function. So if you want to do any DML operations like a bulk data or insert, update, or you want to transmit the data from one program to another program, or I want to move the data from my Oracle applications to some SAP, or maybe PeopleSoft, or maybe some Java environment, then we will use the procedures. At the time, we won't use the functions. Functions mainly for calculations or return the values. Okay. So I think you guys are clear how to use the function. Yeah. I think this covered by the Nagaraj. Is that right? How to okay na, call the function and how to return more than one value. As of now, we are getting only single value with the functions. If you want, you can get more than one value also by using the out parameters, or maybe you can go with the PL SQL tables like a uh, data collections. With that also, we'll get more than one value. Yeah. So now, yeah, so we came to know what is the function. Function will return a value. So is it a mandatory or it's optional in the functions?
Mandatory, sir.
It's a mandatory. Okay. Now, suppose if you forget that return keyword in the function, you can compile the code. Listen here very carefully. You can compile the code, but at the time of execution, you will get error. Okay. So for what is the difference between anonymous block and function? This is the anonymous block. Anonymous block means whenever you compile the code here, the compilation will happen and automatically the run also will happen. Nothing but execution. What about functions and procedures or maybe the packages? The compilations are different. First, we have to compile the code. Later, you have to call that procedure or function or package to execute the programs. There is a difference between the anonymous block and the named blocks. This three comes under the named blocks. So particularly with the name, that means with the function name or procedure name or package name, you have to execute. So coming to anonymous block here, there is no separate call. No need to call separately. Whenever you compile the code, automatically the code will execute also. That is the power of the anonymous block. But in real time, we won't use the anonymous blocks. Always we have to go with the named blocks like functions, procedures, and packages. So procedure means okay, may or may not return a value. May or may not. May means if you want, you can. Okay, na? So using the out parameters. In the procedures, we won't use the return keyword. Suppose by mistake, if you use the return keyword, the program will terminate. Listen here carefully. That is equal to rise application error. Don't use the return keyword in the procedures unless until if you want to terminate the program. Okay. So may not, if you don't want, you can ignore that here. So using the out parameters, we can return the value from the procedures. That's very, very important for interview purpose here. Function, no need to give the return. That means out parameters. By standard return keyword, you will get the value. But coming to procedures, may or may not. So if you use the out parameters, you will return the value. Otherwise, we won't return a value. But in the procedures here, most of the times we won't use out parameters. But may there is a client requirement at the time we'll work on that. But most of the times, mainly using the cursors and manipulating the data and the DML operations like a bulk collect. At the time, we'll use the procedures. It's not for return purpose. Return purpose will go with the functions. At last here, packages. Packages are more flexible here. Okay, so that means it consists of the subprograms like procedures, functions, global variables, and also it cursors also, reusability. So in real time, you won't see the functions and the procedures. Most of the times we'll go with the packages. There are a lot of advantages. Later we'll discuss what are the advantages of the packages as compared with the functions and the procedures. One is the performance. That's a excellent performance using the packages instead of the functions and the procedures. The second one is called as the overloading. So do you know that what is the overloading? Overloading. What is the concept of? What is the purpose of it?
Same name of function or procedure, if we use, then overloading happen.
Yes, that's right. So I will give one real example. Maybe daily you're using of the overloading. So you guys will realize that. I'm giving the select two underscore chara or maybe two underscore data, some 01 job 2020 dating, then MON. I'm giving some more date format mask. Why? From here. Will it work? If I execute? Yeah, you will get output. Correct, na? Now I'm using this data. Will it work or not? Yeah, both will work.
Works. Yeah.
Both will work. Okay, na? So the first, yeah. The first statement here, I'm passing the string data type, nothing but a character data type. Then the toDate function will convert to date format. Okay, in the same. Okay, na, I'm in the second statement. I'm passing the date parameter as input, not a string, not a character. In that case also, the two underscore date okay, na, will convert to date format. So this is called as the real example of the overloading. I don't want to develop a two functions, two date something one, two date two. I want to develop a single. Okay, na? Forget about your inside. That's called as the overloading. As a developer, I need to write a code. But caller, right now I'm the caller, maybe end user or something, whatever it may be. As a caller, simply I'm calling the two underscore date. Dynamically, the Oracle will take care of that based on the data type or based on the parameter name. So it will convert to the required format. That's called as the real example of the overloading. But as a developer, we have to write a code. As మనం కన్సల్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. We need to take care of that. But the callers means maybe you are the caller or maybe the end user is the caller. Those doesn't know what is the inside logic, how it will work. But as a developer, I know that. So that code we will write it. Yeah, no problem. So as a developer, okay, now we need to write that piece of code. So the same two underscore date is working for string, nothing but a character data type as well as the date format also. So that's the power of the overloading. So okay, now we came to know anonymous block, then how to handle exceptions. Three type of exceptions. One is the predefined, user defined, and third one is the rise application error. And one more is there pragma exception. Very important here. Pragma exception in it that we'll discuss later. Then functions, we came to know what is the purpose of the functions. Then procedure, the difference between the function and the procedure. Then packages. Right. Now, okay, now some more are there triggers. So forget about here. As a developer, it's a very rare case to use the triggers in Oracle applications. Okay. And one more, that's say, okay, na, collections. This is very important. In the collections, we have the PL SQL record, PL SQL table, nested objects, and VRS. So that is also very important. So these topics are you guys please, okay, na, maybe we have some time. So next 1 week, okay, I'm going to take a high level. I don't want to go to technically. So you have some bandwidth. So please brush up, okay, na? PL SQL mainly. SQL, you will get it here, no problem. PL SQL has some loops and if conditions and logical thinking is required. So please go through the PL/SQL topics. So SQL automatically you will get it, or maybe you can get it in the Google also, no problem. Okay. So these are the topics. Okay, okay. Already you practiced, but anyway, again, okay, we are going to learn this. Okay, exceptions, so functions, so procedures. We are going to learn it. Okay, next 30 days. Okay. Any queries till now? So next year, so we are going to learn Oracle applications that I will start tomorrow. So okay, you guys take an idea. Lot of topics will come. Okay. So I want to close this one. Yeah. Okay. So today I'm going to share one document with you guys in the WhatsApp. So please go through the document. Yeah. Just going to desktop, Oracle applications, old short resume. This document I'm going to share with you. So please fill this document and share to me. If you are ready with this document, I will start the resume. Then I will take care to upload to Naukri. Then the next day onwards, you will get the calls, recruiter calls. That I will help how to handle the recruiter calls. So here, okay, enter the full name, your full name here with surname, then your date of birth, then your personal mobile number, whatever the mobile number you are using right now. Then you guys, please take a new SIM. Yeah. Only for okay, India guys here. Forget about US. For you, it's a different process. Okay. So you guys will take the new SIM. So don't use the personal number here. So please take the new SIM. Then okay, maybe Airtel or Vodafone, sorry, Jio, whatever it may be. Then create a new Gmail ID. Then you guys should share password with me. Okay. So take some okay, default password like welcome one, Oracle 123. Okay. Don't use the okay strongest password. Go with the normal one, yeah, like a Oracle or welcome, whatever it may be. Okay. Because I have access to that password. So okay, sometimes I will log into your Gmail to send mails to recruiters. Then your bank account number, anyone, yeah, no problem. Is SBI or ICICI, whatever the bank account, no problem. Then the bank name, then your PAN card number, Aadhaar card number. So ignore this two. I will take care. Current CTC and the expected CTC. Based on your experience, I will put it. You can ignore. Then enter your father name, date of birth. If date of birth is not available, you can ignore, no problem. Then mother, date of birth. For this, for insurance purpose, sir, once you get offer, then for just for the insurance, then your spouse, maybe okay, your wife or husband, whatever it may be. Then okay, if you have kids there, then you can enter the kids with their date of birth. This date of birth is mandatory to get insurance from the company. Okay. So next, your educational details. Start with the 10th year SSC, your college name and location also. Maybe some Vijayawada or okay, Guntur like that. Then board of university is a common year. Maybe if it's a CBSE central board, you can please enter that year. Then the branch, year of pass out to percentage, roll number. Then inter or diploma. So whichever is applicable, the remaining you can ignore that year. You can remove that. Then college name, university. I think most of the times is the board of intermediate. Or maybe it's a different, you can enter that year. Maybe some other locations, maybe Orissa like that. You can enter your okay, board. Then your degree, it's a most of the times I could say BTech and BSc or maybe B Pharmacy also. Okay. Then your college name, then university, it's a branch, then year. Then if you completed the post graduations like a PG, maybe MTech or MSc or ME or MCOM, please those details also. MBA also or MCA. Otherwise, you can ignore that one here. No need to fill these sections. Okay. And your current Aadhaar address. So whatever the address is there on the Aadhaar card here, we have to fill it. So don't enter your present address. I don't care about that. Whatever the address is on Aadhaar card, I want that here. And you have to share some documents with me. One is your photo here, passport photo. That's an important document for me. Then PAN card, then Aadhaar. Aadhaar here, only e-Aadhaar. E-Aadhaar means? What is the e-Aadhaar? Download from the portal here.
From UIDI website.
Yes, correct. With the password or maybe mask ఉంటుంది కదా మనకు. If you download the e-Aadhaar, you could see the total date of birth, entire date of birth mask you will get it with the password protected. Then uh, if you have check, otherwise you can ignore it. It's not a mandatory, optional. Then okay, your educational documents, SSC, then enter documents, then degree. Degree means maybe BSc or BTech, whatever it may be, graduation. So what are the documents we'll get it in the degree? One is the CMM, consolidated marks memo, nothing but a marks memo, and you will get the PC, provisional certificate. So some universities will give the OD, original degree. So we don't want OD here. If you go to outside of the India, OD is mandatory. So we are working inside of the India. So forget about the OD. CMM and PC. Those documents are enough here. I think for Nagarjuna University, they will give single documents. That document will contain both PC and CMM. Please check carefully here. But JNTU will give two documents, CMM and PC. You have to share both documents with me. Then I will start the process. So you guys, please here, keep latest photo, PAN card, e-Aadhaar, and check is optional. If you have, you can share it. Otherwise, you can ignore that. Yeah, no problem. Then educational documents like 10th, inter, degree. So if you have completed the post graduations, please share those also. Otherwise, you can ignore that one. Not a problem. And one more thing here, very, very, very important. So whatever the name is there in the PAN card, the same name should be in the Aadhaar card also. Then only I will start the process here. Otherwise, the companies will reject. Please, yeah. So something is wrong in your document names. Please correct it. So, what is the root document? What is the root document for that name? Which one you will consider as a root for both PAN and Aadhaar? Hmm? Hmm.
Education loan.
Maybe
Yeah.
yes.
Maybe education. Yeah. For I don't think so for boys here. I won't see any problem. Only for the girls. They maybe okay. Once they get married, they will change it. So please check carefully here. Okay, na? So the name should be match between the both Aadhaar card and PAN card. Then only otherwise, please change it immediately. Yeah. Better okay, na? Ask me. I will give the suggestion. Okay, na? Where I need to change. So don't go blindly. Okay, na? I will look into your documents. Then I will give some suggestion. With that, you have to go that. Okay. So that's it here. So this is the short documents I'm going to share in the WhatsApp. So you guys go through and whenever you have a time here. So it's not urgent here. By this weekend, maybe we'll start the resume. Start resume. I'm going to, okay, na? I share. For US by sir, or later I will take that. For maybe this Saturday or Sunday, we'll take a one extra class. We'll discuss about the placement. So any queries still now? Any doubts? Yeah. ఏదన్నా ఉంటే అడగండి మళ్ళీ స్ట్రక్ కాకుండా ఐ విల్ హెల్ప్ ఓకేనా లేదు మీకు ఏదైనా స్ట్రక్ అయితే మాత్రం వాట్సాప్లోనే పింక్ చేయండి సో నేను రెస్పాండ్ అవుతాను మీకు